So I'm starting off with these awesome stickers that I found at the Dollar Tree. They're so nostalgic. I mean, look at this. That's so cute. And I'm dying over this TV set. Yeah, I'm really excited about these. So I have my 9x13 little sheet pan. This is strictly for crafting with, not going to be using it for anything else. You can see it's a little bit rusted up. But I'm going to essentially stick these directly to this surface, and then I'll add my mix. Oh, these came on a nice clear backing. I wish these did too, but I'm not sure that I'm not sure that the silicone won't stick to this, so I'm not going to use that. So I am going to take them off. Okay, so I'm just going to lay them all out. I'm going to give them just a little bit of space around each one. And I think I'm going to start over here in this corner. And you want to make sure you're not putting it too close to the edge so that the walls of your piece are going to, so that the walls of your piece are not going to get too thin, because that can happen. I love that. It's so cute. It has a little rainbow on it. Of course, we've got our frappe. Okay, so I have all of my stickers laid down. Now, there were some that wanted to like pop up, again, because they're fairly cheap stickers, and they also are like the bubbly kind of sticker, or like puffy stickers. So I just used a little bit of crafter's tape on the back of them just to make sure that they fully stuck down. Like this guy was pretty bad, actually. And now I'm just gonna flood this whole thing with my Luxe Resin silicone rubber. And I'll probably end up needing to use the entire kit, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, I purchased this myself out of my own pocket, but there is no better mold making rubber that I've come across. If you think yours is better, send me some and I'll try it out. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go mix this up and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my silicone mixture, and it's just like in a fast food cup because I used the full bottle of both parts. And now I'm just going to flood my pan and pray that nothing pops up. Make sure that whenever you do this, you wipe everything down to make sure that you don't have any fingerprints, because this will definitely have fingerprints on it if you let it. Okay, so now I'm gonna flood. And I want to make sure I get all of this out of there, because I want this to be as thick on the bottom as it can be. I know it's not going to be very thick because, you know, the pan is kind of big, but it should be okay for the type of design that for the type of creation that I'm making. But there is still quite a bit of silicone in this, so I'm just going to try to scrape it all out. And now we wait and let this cure. I'm gonna give it at least a few hours. I do notice right away this guy lifted, and that's probably just gonna have to be the case. We'll see. Maybe he won't. Everybody else seems to be staying where I put them. Okay. All right, I'll see you in a few hours. Okay, I believe she's set. Oh yeah, nice and firm. The only thing that happened is that this guy floated up, which is unfortunate, but that happens. So now I'm just going to break the seals along the side and slowly lift this out. Now, the one thing about making a mold like this is if the stickers start to lift up, then you'll get some silicone underneath. And you might just have to trim that away. But holy cow, look at this. This is really cool. Okay, let's kind of, yeah, see some of these got buried because because it lifted underneath there. I'm gonna pull all of these out and we're gonna unearth some of these other pieces here. So I'm gonna very carefully start trimming away some of this. And it's gonna be really thin, so it shouldn't be too hard to do. All right, so now the question is, what are we gonna use first? I'm gonna speed through this part, but I used a few different mica powders to dust a couple of the different designs. And these types of molds absolutely love mica, and the color payoff is usually really great. It's usually a really nice, smooth coverage. I added resin into a few of the sections at a time. I do believe that all of this is set now. I'm gonna go ahead and start demolding, and I guess I did let them all cool down because I don't want to cause any fingerprints, any stickiness, things like that. So let's see how they turned out. I'm gonna start with these two lollipops, mostly because this is a more faint or clear coloring, and it should work pretty nicely. Looks really pretty. Like that. Actually, that didn't fully stick. Okay. I'm gonna just kind of like set them right back here. I may need to dust those again. Okay. Yeah, none of these are done. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so it's time to start demolding, and I'm just gonna start pulling stuff out. Some of it started to pop out like as I was carrying, which is a good sign, I suppose. But I'm gonna take this out. And it got a little weird up front, but that's okay. It's likely because I put, I put the dust on it prior to doing like a flat coat or like a first layer, but I kind of like how it looks. Okay, let's look at our little skateboard. Ooh, so cool. I can't wait to take my markers and just like give it some accents. This little speech bubble Yeah, see, I didn't cure the underside long enough, and it had a hard time like going through the ink or the mica, and that's why I did that. So that's totally on me. I'll know better for next time. That makes me a little nervous for these guys, but we'll see. Worst case scenario, we'll make them again. Yeah, a little weird. That A is strange. But yeah, again, I didn't cure enough from the underside. Let's see this one. Okay, that looks pretty rad. I love that. That's very cool looking. Let's see this boom box. Oh yeah, that guy definitely needed more cure time. From the underside, maybe I can press him back down. And then a roller skate. Oh, it's so cute. I love this. It reminds me of those Barbie roller skates that came with the Barbie that had like the flickering lighter wheels. Do you guys remember that? Or is that something that I made up in my head? Okay, so I've got some cute little charms now. And now let's see how we're gonna style them. I used acrylic and chalk paint markers to give each one some fun, different accents. Now these markers are awesome because they go on really smoothly and they dry super quickly. So you definitely want to seal them as soon as they're dry because the paint will scuff if you don't. Now these pieces turned out so cute. These pieces turned out so cute. I love how fun and customizable they are, and I think the concept of using these 3D stickers as your original for your mold means that you could literally make molds of just about anything in the world as long as you could find the stickers to cast. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Now it's your turn. Go make something awesome this week. And as always, stay rad. If you want to learn all of the different ways to make a mold, check out my tutorial here.